Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So, I was over here minding my business yesterday, and my friend, I didn't know nothing about this. No, this wasn't yesterday. This was the day before yesterday. Okay, I think the blogs just posted this yesterday. So my friend sent me this clip the day before yesterday. Yeah, December the 10th. This is when he sent it to me, okay? And I said, oh my God. I said, Peter. Not Peter. Y'all know. Y'all know. Okay, Peter Thomas of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's how a lot of us met Peter, was through RHOA. He was married to, Cynthia Bailey. I remember when Peter first popped up, I thought Peter was so handsome. I've always thought Peter was a mess, but I thought that he was a decent, I thought he was a decent, I know this sounds crazy. As far as I just thought he was a decent person, right? I did. I did. Um, but I don't know what happens with Peter when it comes to his business, though. I think that some people think that because you can have a lot of businesses, but if those businesses fail or if you don't run those businesses properly, then are you a good business person? Are you a good businessman or woman? So this is according to the BaltimoreBanner.com. So feds want 2-year prison sentence for Bar One's Peter Thomas in tax case. Oh, restaurateur and former reality TV star Peter Thomas should serve at least 2 years of prison time for his failure to pay millions in taxes withheld from his workers' paychecks at his restaurants, according to a new sentencing memo from federal prosecutors. Thomas's flagrant violation of his federal payroll tax obligations over many years that served to unjustly enrich his companies and himself by more than $2.5 million and deprive the federal government funds used to provide important retirement and disability benefits to employees warrants the recommended sentencing, the memo states. I'll put this article in the description box. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Thomas, who owned Bar One, the former Harbor East restaurant, is widely known for his marriage to ex-wife Cynthia Bailey, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star. He briefly appeared on the Real Housewives of Potomac last year when cast member Wendy Osefo considered opening a Nigerian lounge with Thomas in Maryland, though the project never came to fruition, girl. Let me tell you something. I was just talking about the other day about how, the older that we get, well, the older that I get, I don't know about some of y'all, you start to realize when we're told at a very young age, be careful of the company that you keep, right? Because sometimes, even if you haven't done something, your name will always be mentioned with those who could have possibly done something, right? So now, girl, Cynthia is going to always be mentioned when Peter Thomas' name is Cynthia's name will always be mentioned when Peter's name is mentioned, because that may be the grab to get people to read the article. And now Wendy, even though she ain't did nothing wrong, that ain't mentioning Wendy's name with Peter's name. You see what I'm saying? According to the court document filed in North Carolina between 2017 and 2023, Thomas calls Club One CLT, Sports One, Sports One CLT, PT Media, Bar One Miami Beach, and Bar One Baltimore to fail to pay over $2.5 million in unemployment. In employment taxes, including more than $1.7 million in trust fund taxes from the wage of his employees. Instead of paying the employment taxes that were due on behalf of his businesses, the sentencing memo states Thomas spent just under $375,000 on travel and ride sharing expenditures and over $250,000 on luxury goods from Neiman Marcus, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Givenchy, among others. That's probably what was happening. No tea, no shade. That was probably what was happening over at the turkey leg. You know, the woman said that man was just reaching to the cash register, just taking money. But y'all could not. Girl, that's your restaurant, but girl, that's really. Girl, you don't get your cut until the government get their cut. Okay. Um. Anyways, Thomas, like most tax cheats, was motivated by not. Okay, I said it the wrong way. Not to say that they were doing that at Turkey Leg Cut. What I'm saying is that the man allegedly was over there just taking money out the cash register, which made stuff a mess. Okay. Thomas, like most tax cheats, was motivated by greed. The sentencing memo reads Thomas defied the tax laws, expending his business, hiring more employees, increasing overhead, and adding more business locations at the expense of his legal obligations. Americans can spend their money as they see fit, including on business ventures. However, they cannot steal other people's money. In this case, their employees' payroll taxes to prop up their otherwise failing business ventures. So when he was with so for y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like when he was taking the taxes out of the payroll, out of the employees' checks, he wasn't paying those taxes, right? Thomas agreed to plead guilty in the summer to one felony count of failure to pay over trust fund taxes. Several lawsuits remain open against Bar One in Baltimore, including ones filed by vendors and creditors. Oh, Peter. No, Peter. Peter. No, Peter. Mm. I like Peter. I do. Peter just wasn't handling his business. And I don't know why y'all think, girl, this ain't like no, this ain't like you just got a little $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 income tax check, girl, and you carry somebody's child. You know how y'all be doing. Okay, girl. No shade. Shout out to the girls who got to get out how they live. There's one thing, girl, for the girls right here carrying somebody's child, trying to get an extra $2, $3, $4, $5, $8,000, right? Girl, that might fly underneath the radar. Girl, y'all be owing millions and millions of dollars. Girl, that is not gonna go underneath the radar. Okay? That is not going underneath the radar. Millions of dollars? And you thought wasn't nobody gonna come knock on your door? People don't know how to run businesses. Right? And I think that's one of the I just think people need I think people think that people have an idea, they may be good at something, but they're not handling their business. They're not running the business the way that the business should be ran. And that, in a nutshell, is what happened to Turkey Leg Hut allegedly, and that is what happened to Bar One. Y'all don't know how to run. Y'all don't know how to really. Y'all really don't know how to run y'all business. Y'all have these great ideas, right? Anyways, it is what it is. Hopefully, Peter can get his stuff situated. I'll keep y'all posted. All right, y'all. Luigi. Luigi, Luigi, Luigi. I ain't gonna lie, Luigi kind of fine. I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all. I said it's always the crazy ones. Girl, why the fine was, girl, why the fine was always a little cray cray? I said, damn, Luigi. Hmm. You know what's so crazy, y'all? Luigi. I think his last name is Mangione. I would mess somebody's name up. A lot of we talked about this the other day. The CEO who was unalived in the middle of the street in New York. I have seen a lot of comments online where, girl, people low key considering this man a hero. Girl, I know y'all have seen the comments. A lot of people, while they are acknowledging that he shouldn't have unalived someone, It seems like the bigger concern for a lot of people is how these insurance companies get over people and how they don't care about when other family member, how when other folks' family members unfortunately pass away due to insurance companies not approving stuff, blah, 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 blah. Girl, a lot of people, girl, the GoFundMe's, when I said they are not mad at this boy for doing what he did, the insurance companies do get over people. I'm gonna watch what I say because I don't think you should. Let me just say, let me just say this. I don't think that anyone should unalive. Well, I'll say this much. Okay. I feel bad for the man because at the end of the day, that man had kids. You know, he had a wife. I think they were separated, but nonetheless, a wife. I'm sure family members, friends who really loved and cared for him. You know, so in that aspect, it's sad because somebody just lost their father, brother, son. You know what I'm saying? Husband, frat brother. These companies are gonna have to really take a look at how they operate. Will change happen? I don't know, but we hear the stories. I'm sure some of you have them, where these insurance companies will leave you hot and dry, and it's like, girl, what's the point? Girl, I was just down here complaining about a year ago about going to the dentist. Girl, it's like, girl, even just with some small dental work, it's like, girl, what's the point of me having insurance, girl? You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta sit here and save my money because, girl, at this point, I might as well just pay out of pocket. I ain't got no choice. So when you think about these major procedures that people have, especially those procedures where it could be life or death, and then these insurance companies basically say denied, it's sad. I'll just leave it at that. It's sad because I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's sad. This is Patreon. I might say it, but it's sad. But a lot of people are deeming this man, Luigi, damn near as a hero. All right, y'all. This is according. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all my friends, because sometimes I be busy and my friends be sending me the tea. Girl, I didn't know nothing about this. So listen to this. Okay. This is according to radaronline.com. So Luigi Mangione's secret gay life. Hey! I said, girl, let me tell you. I don't know if this is true or not. They say he was a closeted homosexual with a preference for black men. I said, wait a minute. I said, what? They say he was a closeted homosexual girl with a preference for black men, the Mendingo. I said, wait a minute. Now I'm not gonna lie. Can I be messy for a little bit? Can I be messy just for a little bit? I said, I'm not even surprised because when I saw these pictures of Mr. Luigi, yeah, I said, you know, as ignorant as it may sound, as ignorant as it may sound, we're not going to sit here and act like when it comes to certain men, right? We might say, girl, he looked like he gay. And what I'm saying is, don't play in my face. If you saw Saucy Santana walking down the street, you would not assume that Saucy Santana was a straight man. You see what I'm saying? So, as ignorant as it may sound, yes, we have come to an agreement as a society that, girl, even though it may not necessarily be true in every case, right? Because you can look straight and be a punk, okay? And you can look like a punk and be straight. But we have come to an agreement as a society that, girls, sometimes in some cases, gay look like this and straight look like this. And again, we know that's not the necessarily the truth in every scenario because there are some men out there who could pass, I'm saying pass, for straight, and girl, they be bona fide homosexuals, right? And then there are men out there who people may deem, you know, like a Lenny Kravitz or a Prince. They may say he's gay and these men are straight. But I'm saying all that to say, when I saw this picture right here, I said, oh. I say it's the lean with it, rock with it. I don't know how old he was because I don't think he's that old. I think he might be 26. I think I read. I said when I saw that lean with it, rock with it on that shoulder, I said, oh. Mm. I said, okay. It's the lean for me. It's the lean, and it's a smile for me. Now I don't know who, I don't know whose shoulder he was leaning on. It could have been his father's, could have been his girl uncle's cousin, could have been his man. I don't know. This one right here with that Happy Meal. I said, baby. I said, baby. I said, it's giving, it's giving, it gave me, he like boys. That's what it gave me. Luigi is handsome though. Girl, look at this. Baby, that face is girl. Girl, the nigga is crazy, clearly. But girl, that face is something nice. Luigi, they say you like black. They say you like black men, honey. You about to have a ball in prison for the rest of your life, honey. Girl, let's go ahead and get into this article. Okay, y'all. So accused CEO Killer Luigi Mangione leads a secret life as a closeted gay man. The 26-year-old suspect, who was arrested at McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania Monday, has reportedly had several relationships with other men, RadarOnline.com can reveal. They went to talk about he was a well-respected Ivy League alum before police say he shot an unalived United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside of a Manhattan hotel. He's currently in jail on a unaliving charge. As more details are emerging about Luigi and his private life, at least two gay men have come forward to claim to have relationships with him. Excuse me. One of them, a black man named only as Sean Y, told Media. Now this is Media Takeout, so I love Media Takeout. They gave me a shout out one time, but sometimes Media Takeout will put a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle on the story, so there might be a little razzle that this might be a straight man to his core, right? But I'm just telling you what the story says. Sean White told Media Takeout that he and Luigi were together for nearly 5 years. He recalled to the site, "We met at a gay club in Baltimore. He was one of the only white guys in the club, and he bought me a drink." Sean says the two went home together that night and enjoyed a long-distance relationship on and off for the next several years. He would see me when he was in town, and he was very generous. He'd always buy me something nice from Hermes or Louis Vuitton. Those are my favorites. I know that's right. Another openly gay man from Philadelphia claimed to have a similar relationship with Mangione. The man, identified only as Tommy, said that he had a type. That Luigi clearly had a type. He was big into hip hop and black culture, but the two apparently kept their secret shallow. "We never really talked about politics or anything like that." Tommy said, much like Sean, Luigi showered him with pricey gifts. "I'm an expensive friend." "I'm an expensive friend. Luigi knew that and made sure that I was properly taken care of." That's right. "I'm an expensive hoe. You ain't know?" Mangione had the money to splash around as he came from a wealthy family. He is the heir to a holiday resort fortune created by his grandparents and the brother of a top doctor. The suspect is originally from Towson, Maryland, where he lived in a $1 million home with his parents, and is an anti-capitalist who attended Baltimore's elite. Girl, let me say something. I don't know a lot about the DMV area, but when I hear, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. When I hear about $1 million home, like in California, even sometimes DMV, I don't be thinking that's a lot. Because I feel like our houses are expensive. So somebody's saying it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot, but what I'm saying is like, if I heard somebody lived in $1 million home in Houston, I'd be like, "Oh, girl, you probably got a nice ass house on $1 million." You know what I'm saying? But if I heard somebody lived in $1 million house in California or like DMV, I'm like, they probably, the house, I'll say this much, the house that they probably lived in for $1 million in California DMV would probably be half of that down here. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm getting off subject. Okay, I'm getting off subject. But anyways, they say he's an anti-capitalist who attended Baltimore's elite $40,000 a year school, where he graduated valedictorian in 2016. He then attended the Ivy League University of Pennsylvania, where he studied software engineering. After completing his studies, he worked as a software engineer at TrueCar, a Santa Monica, California-based online car market, and also has ties to San Francisco and Honolulu, Hawaii. Cops confirmed. Mm. His family has an extensive background in the medical field, as they repeatedly donated to hospitals, nursing homes, and even ran their own foundations. For decades, the family has supported the Greater Baltimore Medical Center, donating more than $1 million to the hospital. Girl. And they say he was caught after a 5-day manhunt by a cop inside a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Girl, can I say something? Girl, 5 days is a long time. Girl, do y'all think he really? Do y'all think he could have made? Do y'all think he could have made it out of the United States within 5 days? Now I don't know if they would have made him return if they would have got caught, but I'm just saying, girl, 5 days is long enough to girl. If you already knew this man's schedule and knew that he was going to be walking down the street when he was walking down the street, then girl, this was already a detailed plan set in motion. So at that point, girl, you could have did whatever you did what they say you did. Girl, ran to JFK and hopped on a plane to Bali or wherever you was gonna go. Girl, Paris, London, girl. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think he still would have had enough time to like get away. Mexico, I don't know. 5 days is a long time. He could have been at the airport with a backpack, girl, passport in hand, and gone. Girl, they say he was at McDonald's. Girl, that's a mess. Anyways, all right, y'all. Shout out to Luigi. Shout out to Luigi. Shout out to the family who lost a loved one. That's what I meant to say. Okay, I'm over here worried about Luigi. Girl, girl, I might have to put some money on Luigi books. Hey, Luigi, I got 20 on it. Go get you some noodles. Okay, go get you a cute little spread, some noodles, and a little bag of chips, and a little bag of Skittles. Do they have soda in prison? I don't know, girl. I ain't never been, and I don't need to know. I don't know. I don't care what they got in prison. Don't tell me, girl, because I don't care, and I don't need to know. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all. So listen to this. This is according to the Jasmine brand. So, according to CBS Sports, a Houston restaurant owned by Los Angeles Clippers star James Harden has been identified in a wrongful death lawsuit filed earlier this week. According to the lawsuit filed in Harris County District Court on Monday, the restaurant 13 allegedly overserved alcohol to Christian Daniel Herrera, leading to a fatal car accident in November 2023. Cassandra Jackson, the mother of victim Taylor Jackson, filed the lawsuit and alleged the restaurant had a statutory duty to refrain from providing alcohol to an obnoxiously intoxicated person, according to documents. Cassandra is looking to obtain $1 million in damages related to the fatal accident that resulted in 7 deaths. The court documents also revealed Herrera was allegedly served alcohol despite being obnoxiously intoxicated and became a danger to those around him. According to the lawsuit, the 25-year-old reportedly got behind the wheel, went through a red light, and T-boned a vehicle. Taylor Jackson and 6 other victims were ultimately killed in the fatal crash, including Herrera. Among the crash victims were 33-year-old DJ Hayden, who played 9 NFL seasons. Girl, listen to this.
7. The other crash victims in afternoon is a lawsuit against James Harden's restaurant group involving a deadly car accident that killed 7 people. Lawsuit claims the driver, Christian Daniel Herrera, was overserved alcohol at 13. That's the NBA star's Midtown restaurant, James Harden. Police say Herrera, who also died in the crash, had a blood alcohol level nearly twice the legal limit. Court documents reveal the lawsuit was filed by Taylor Jackson's family. She was critically injured in the crash and died in April, bringing the death toll to 7. The other crash victims included 3 former U of H football players, including NFL player DJ Hayden. In the last half hour, we received a statement from 13, saying in part they offer their deepest sympathies to Taylor Jackson's family. They go on to say they were just made aware of the lawsuit and will make a more formal statement as soon as possible. Afternoon is a...
It's sad. Let me say something. I don't know if y'all know this, and I don't know if this is in every state, but restaurants, places that serve alcohol, because I saw some people online saying, why is a restaurant being blamed for this? Because a place that serves alcohol, if a person leaves that establishment and a wreck is involved, they can then be held responsible because they were serving this person alcohol. If they see that that person is like a drunk mess, right, and you keep giving them drinks, and then they go out and harm people, girl, they're gonna look at the restaurant. So that's for those out there who are wondering why is a restaurant being sued, because girl, they're saying that he was at the restaurant when he got drunk, and whoever was serving the alcohol shouldn't have been serving him the alcohol once they saw that he was probably a mess. And then he left the restaurant. He left your place, girl, and went out, and now people are dead. That's why. Baby got baby. Listen. Just be careful, honey. Just be careful. Um, at some point in life, especially those who drink, right? You know what you can handle. You know if one drink is too much. You know if you can handle 3 drinks. Like yeah, it's one thing when you first start drinking, you don't really know your limit, right? And if you don't know, girl, just stay at home and drink. The best thing to do is, girl, just stay at home and have you a cocktail. You ain't got to worry about nothing. All you got to do is just worry about getting your ass in the bed and going to sleep. That's the best thing to do. Just drink at your house, okay? Or walk somewhere that's walking distance, right? If you live in an area um, that's walkable. Anyways, I hope the families are doing okay. Um, Peter, Peter, baby. I might put some money in your books too, Peter. I don't know. Luigi, I might send Luigi a couple of dollars. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.